Hello there and welcome back. Today we're going to resume from where we stopped at in the previous classes. We stopped at where I've made this simple app where we could be able to add products, and after adding them we present them on the main activity using the recycler view. So we stopped at when you click at a single product. Did you get any feedback when you click at this product? Or not implemented that? So today we're going to see how we can open a single page of a product, load that product from that specific product from the database, and then display it. We will look at editing. We'll look at editing. We'll also look at that's editing. That's updating. We'll also look at deleting. If time will allow, we'll also look at searching. So by doing those, we'll have finished all the crude steps, that is create, read, update and delete. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to add a listener whereby if we click on a single item here, we should be able to get where we should be able to know where I've clicked at exactly. So I'll go back to my application and then go back. These guys are shouting. Anyway. So we'll go back to application. This is the application. So I'm going to search where there is adapter. Okay. So here, after setting the adapter, I'm going to set the click listener. This is my adapter, remember. So did I put the click listener? Yeah. But is it working? I don't know. Just see. So it will be adapter dot set on click listener new on click listener, and then here I will make just a simple toast to see that I've done what I've clicked on something. Okay, so let me get here object dot what dot name, maybe the title, to see if we got it. So am I calling these functions? Yes. Okay, so let's run the application again. So I realized that my click listener was not working. The click listener will not work if the child and the parent are having clickable true. So what you do, you have to let the child not have a clickable true, so that the listener should not be confused. Or you can ignore the clickable attribute forever, or you just put it on the parent itself. Only that. Don't put another clickable inside a child. Otherwise, if you put a clickable inside the child, then it will ignore the clickable attribute inside the parent. So that's what you do. It's another problem that I just realized. So you should be able to click on an item and you get this notification. You see this toast. I'm the one who just added this toast here on the adapter. So if you have knowledge of recycler view, you should be able to click here on this adapter and you get this kind of a toast. Just do whatever you do, pass wherever you can pass, and reach that point whereby you click on an item and you get this toast. So at this toast, I'm going to start to open a single product activity. So let's do that. I'll just simply come here and then we are going to add here a product activity. So we'll just simply right click, new, here in the activity package, new, and then I'll come to activity and then say empty activity. So you can call it product details, you can call it just product details. Is this good spelling? Product details activity. Oh yeah. Spelling. Product details activity. So I'll click on finish and this activity will be created. Okay. So I have the product activity. So I'm going to set a click listener that when someone clicks on this product I should be able to open that product activity. So what I will do here is the click listener. So I want to open the product activity at this point. So I'll simply say intent is equal to intent is equal to new intent, and I pass main activity dot this, and then also the activity dot direct class. Very good. Dot class like this. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and add an ID. Remember, for this product we must know which product exactly we want to open, so we must know the ID of this product. So what we do, you're going to pass a string to this intent and give it what? The ID of this product. So just simply come and say intent dot what? Dot put extra, and then I can simply say here product ID. Okay, and then I'll pass comma and then put the product ID. But remember, this product ID, it comes with what? With this object. So I say object dot what? The product ID. So if it's an integer, at least make sure that you attach there something, otherwise you'll not get it. Okay, so that's why I put here like plus, or you just at least add dot to string. Dot to string, right? We can just attach there some quotes that it should be converted to what? To string. So here, when I open this activity, I'll know the product that have been given to me. Then after, I'll simply say main activity dot this dot start activity, and I pass the intent. Okay, then after doing that, I'll go then in the other activity and look for this product activity. So here, so first of all, we'll get at the intent. Intent I, and then you can now come and initialize this intent here on the create by saying I is equal to get what? Get intent like this, intent dot get like this, intent dot get intent. No, I first initialize it. This is what I'm trying to say. Intent, so I initialize this intent, intent dot get intent. This is just the main intent. Okay, so I first check if it has the what? The product ID. So I say if intent dot has string, okay, has extra, and then I pass the what? This product ID that I requested here. So if it does not have it, I'm going to check for the opposite like this. If it does not have it, then I'll make a toast. I can say maybe product ID not found, because this what found like this, because this activity, it will base on a what? On a single product ID. So after, I have to close by simply putting finish. So this finish will return back the user. Okay, so it will close it will not allow the product to, the project to go ahead. Then after, I'll have to create this product ID as a what? As a string, and say string, very good, product ID, it's got nothing maybe for now, and then I can say product ID is equal to intent dot what? Dot get string. Get string or get extra string? Get extra string. Get string extra. Okay, like that. Then I pass the product ID. So I can go ahead and check if this is null, and again, but that is just in case you want to be very careful and check if this guy is null, then you know that it was not found. Okay, like this. If it's equal to what? Null. Just in case you want to make your application to be very, very effective, you have to check all this, and then you can say product ID is what? Is null. So if it's not null, then you can check if its length is greater than 0, but all that is nothing. What you're going to do, let us just make a simple toast. Product ID is let me make sure that it was passed to this by just making a toast here. Then we'll continue with our logic from here. So the point here, I'm just opening this second product activity by passing to each the product ID using the intent. Then I'll run the application. So that's our application. So let us click on this. Perfect. Product ID is 94. It does not have the back, but you can implement it later. So I'll click on this. Product ID is 93. I click on this. Product ID is 74. So we are able to know the product ID that we have opened. Now let us go ahead and do what? And write the logic of getting this product ID from what? From database. So I'll simply come and write here the maybe let us first to create the let us create the what? The function that says get product. Okay, get product like this. Okay, I can give it even product ID in case, but product ID is public, so we don't need to. Anyway, just whatever I want. It is public, let us leave it because you can get it. Get product from local database. So I'll just I click on Alt and Enter to create this method, and then I'll have this method here. Let me put it on top so that you can just see clearly. So this is the method that we're going to do what? To get the product from the database. So what I'm going to do, we're going to first create the what? Our repository. So it's going to be database repository. You can say database repository like this. So we can always initialize this database repository here after making sure that the intent everything is okay. Then you can initialize that once. Okay, is equal to or we can create here a function for initializing. Let us just put it here. Is equal to new database what? Database repository this like this, so it gets the context. So here if you want to make sure that the project does not go beyond finish, you just put a return to that. Otherwise, if you don't put return, the activity may go ahead and execute these things even though the ID was not found. So here we initialize the what? The database repository. So we'll go ahead and do what? And get the product by ID. So it's going to be database repository dot get all products, but right now we don't want the what? The all products. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a function that will get a specific product. So I'm going to press Ctrl and click on this one to go direct to the database repository here. Okay, so it's going to be like almost same function, but the difference is the other one is for single product. So let me just duplicate this, and I'm going to change here. The other one was receiving a list, but this one is going to receive a single product because I'm expecting only one product. So I'll remove this list and just make it a single product. And instead of saying products, I'm going to make it get product. Okay, like this. Okay, get product. So likewise here, let me change this one to what? To get product, the one which is on the interface, like this. So I'm going to go to the interface and create this method. Okay, so I just simply click on this one. This one is just a technique to go to the interface. So I'm going to duplicate this one and just change this one to get product like this. So instead of changing it to a list, I'll make it what? To a single product. So it's going to be select all from product table. Now here one more thing that you have to get, you have to know the specific product ID. So here what you do, if you want to receive anything here, you put it here in this function. So you say that we're expecting a what? A string of maybe product ID. You can call it ID, you can call it anything. Okay, so you receive, you expect you say you expect a string of what? Or product ID. So whatever will be passed as a first string, it will be received here. So you can if you run the project right now, it will not work because Room will not allow you to say that you're expecting something and you don't use it. So right now I'm going to put now here a condition that I want where this go to this. So what do you do here? So it will be select all from product table, then I'll put where, and then here when you put where, you press Ctrl and space. Ctrl and space. Room can help you to list for you the attributes of what? Of that product. So to be where ID is equal to, and then if you want to reference anything that you've got here, what you do, you put a you put the colon like this, and then it will list for you anything that you received from this. So just put like this. Okay, so it's going to be where ID is equal to this one. I hope my ID here is a what? Is an integer. So here we should ask for what? For integer. Perfect, like this. Okay, so if it is a string, then you can rotate it with what? With the string, no problem. Like this, still okay. But since it's an integer, so I'll just simply put. I hope this is I hope this is straightforward. Okay, so select all from this, where this, then you reference anything. You can even put multiple attributes that you can receive here by putting comma. So if you press Ctrl space, room will help you to do that. So I don't need an order because I'm expecting what? A single product. So also room will bring me only the first product that we'll get that has this ID. So we'll go ahead and change this repository and say that we're expecting here what? An integer also. Okay, integer. Oh no, here in the repository, here database repository, you have to expect what? You have to expect here an integer like this by simply putting int and then put product ID, and also we pass this product ID here. So it means that get product will expect at least one integer, and then product ID, I mean get product, it will expect also what? An integer. Should just pass it to this one. I hope you understood. So after, we will simply come back now to our main activity, I mean to product activity, and then we change this guy to get product. Okay, so it will cry that it wants what? It wants a single integer. So I can get the integer from this string. Remember, this product ID has been initialized here and have an integer. So I can convert it to an integer by simply saying integer dot value of, and then I pass this string. Okay, so this string, this function of integer dot value of, it will convert this string to what? To an integer. Or you can typecast it by just simply saying, for example, you can just say like here int, and then you pass here the string. This one can also work, but the best way is to use this one. Okay, but you must make sure this is not null. You must first make sure that it is not empty also. Otherwise, if it is empty or it is null, it will do what? It will crash. So I make value of what? Of string, then I'll pass it to this guy directly. It's just up to you. You can even as well make this one as an integer, just whatever you want. Then after doing that, then you have to do what? To observe by simply putting dot observe, and then you say new, I mean first pass the context, which is this. Okay, and then you pass the what? The observer. It's going to be new observer like this, and then press enter. It will do for you the rest. Okay, so here it will be called when the product was found. So let me check if this is equal to null. So the product, if it is found, it will be brought to us through this. So I'll first check if this guy, if is equal to what? Is equal to null, and then I can toast here maybe toast by saying product from DB, or I can say product not found on DB, on database. But don't show this to your users. This is just for us, for debugging. The user doesn't want to know. So I can do some finish here because I don't have nothing to do if it is not found. I'll just close this activity. Okay, if it is null. Then if it is not null, then I'll not show a deal. I've got it. Okay, then I can create a public product that I will be referencing to, right? So I can just simply say product what? Product model, I can say maybe current, I can say just product. I'll know this is the product that I'm working with. It's called null. By default, I make it to be null. So if I get this product here, then I'll have to initialize this one. So I'll first check if it is not null. And then I'll do what? I'll go ahead and initialize it to be this product. Okay, this product. And then after, I'll have to feed this product into the what? Into our activity and display to the what? To the user. So I can now come here, I call a function, maybe I create a function called feed data. Okay, so I'll just press Alt and Enter to create this function. So it's going to be here in the main activity. Here, this function will be what? Will be feeding data. So we'll go ahead and create our layout. You can use something like this here to save time. Can just come and get this just linear layout. So I'll close here. I'll come here to the product. Where is it? Product details. It is here, right? So I'll come here and just put this guy and make it. Let's change this guy to also linear layout. Change this orientation vertical. Okay, so I'm going to increase this size. Maybe I should make it a little bit bigger. The height. Should make it wrap content. It's going to be shapeless, but no problem. Wrap content, or let me make it maybe around 600 dp. We'll see, and then we'll see what will come out. Make it 500. Okay, so after I can come ahead here and make it center crop. Okay, so we'll go ahead and give it a name here. This name we can give it maybe text size of maybe 20, and maybe you can make it to be on top. Okay, so on top here, this is linear layout, orientation vertical. Okay, so I have to remove this. Remove this. Then this one will be details. Just make it maybe 16. Maybe you can make this one what? Nested scroll, because it can be maybe bigger. Nested scroll view. So that's it. That's it for now. We're just concentrating on what? On functionality. Okay, so that's it, and then we'll go ahead and start doing what? And start feeding these details. So it's going to be product title. So I'll have to go and create here and a text objects. So we're going to have text view. We're going to have here text view of product title, and then we'll have to initialize it. Text view is called find what? Find view by id, r.id.text title. I will go ahead and get the image, product image. We'll simply come here, put comma, and then come here and initialize it. Oh, product image is an image object. So image what? Image view. And then lastly, the description is going to be an ID here. And then come and get it, this one, and then initialize it here. Okay. So after initializing, then we'll start what? We'll start feeding. So to feed, it's going to be here the title. We're just going to say title dot set text, and then we have the product, which is inside the product dot which is inside just product, which has been initialized here. Dot what? The title. Okay. So then after we will go and say the what? The the price. Did you put the price though? I'll put the price. Oh, this is the price. Okay, you don't put the details. Price is down, but details. This is just get this. This one will be what? Details. Okay, I'll put here price, and then maybe make it a little bit color, text color. Is it there? And make it maybe primary color. Color primary if it's already defined. Okay, maybe make it okay, for now we can just keep it at 20. Okay, so we'll go here and make this one what? Details, right? Okay, so this one's going to be details. Details, good. So this one's going to be price, and this one is going to be price. Okay, so is it okay? Then details. Okay, so I'll go ahead and feed the image. So the image, use what? To use glide. So I already have this glide function here. I don't want to memorize it. Inside adapter. Yeah. At first, okay, here it is. So I can just simply say it's simple to use. Just glide, pass here the context. Glide dot load product dot what? Product dot image. Yeah, like this. And then placeholder, what should be there? This is optional, you can leave it. And then after dot animate, it's also optional. Just put dot into, so into it will be your what? Your view, which is got this view. And then just simply put image view. So by doing that, our project should be able to do what? To display a single product at a single page. So let us run it and see what we've come up with. Okay, so let us open the first product, click on it. Yeah, there is a crash, it crashes. So let's find what is making it to crash. String resource, this and this. Let us see. Oh yeah, I see the price. You have to what? To turn into what? An integer. I mean, price is an integer, so you have to turn it into a what? Into a string by just simply adding a plus and something like that. By just turning it to a string, adding a plus and an empty colon, and then everything will be okay. So open on this. Yeah, perfect. It's very, very, very perfect. Okay, so I click back, we open on this, we get this, click back, we open on this, we get that. So without wasting much time, let us go ahead and do what? And work on deleting and then editing. Walaikum salam. Let's go ahead and work on deleting and then editing. So let's go ahead and work on editing and deleting. So to work on editing, okay, we begin with delete, then edit. Okay. So let us work on deleting. So I'll simply come here and put our action buttons. Let me just reduce here. I'm not concentrating on the user interface right now. I'm just concentrating on the functionality. So we'll simply come down here and then add some two action buttons, one for editing, another one for deleting. So I'll come here under this layout here. Let's add another linear layout. So many linear layouts, but just come and copy this guy. Okay, just add it here. Okay, so orientation, maybe just make it horizontal, so that there should be two buttons, one following the other. Okay, so we'll come and put here some two buttons, button. It is going to be maybe match parent. Match parent. I'll give them weights, and then give the text. This one will be edit, and maybe just give it background. Let's just give it tint, background tint, and maybe make it black. Yeah, black looks good. Automatically it came. So, and the other one, so I'll come here, I'll make it edit, and I'll say size, maybe 20 dp. Okay, and then give it some margin. Okay, some margin of maybe 10 dp. Okay, there we go. I'm going to duplicate this button, and also let me first give it weight of what, of 1, and then I'm going to duplicate it. So it's going to have 2 buttons of weight 1, and this guy I'm going to turn it what, to delete. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to change this color maybe to red. If there's any red in Android colors, there's holo red. Android holo red. Yeah, this one will work for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and give them what, IDs. So I'll give this one an ID and call it what, maybe btn edit, and then come give this one an ID and call it what, btn delete. Okay, so let us begin with deleting logic, and then we'll work on what, on editing logic. So I'll go ahead and come into a product activity, and then give it here when you are feeding it, let us just add a what, another button, called delete, btn delete, and initialize it here, and then set a what, a click listener. So it's going to be btn.set on click listener, new on click listener, and then we will have to make, okay, let us say a lot of functions. Let us do the logic from here. First of all, we'll have to alert the user, like I show on delete. If you still remember dialog alerts, alert, is it, I don't remember them. Alert dot what, dot dialog builder, alert dialog dot builder, right? So you initialize the builder, is it called new alert builder. At first we pass the what, we first pass, do I still remember it, context. We first pass this, and then after we pass the click listen, I mean like that. Then after, what do we pass next? We pass I don't remember this thing. Just simply come and search it. Don't make life so hard. Stack Overflow, Android View, everything, they'll give you the answer. The only thing is just have the idea that the thing exists. It takes only the context. This guy never gave example, they just talk a lot of things. Just come on Stack Overflow. Okay, alert dialog, builder, create. Let's get here the answer. No one has a correct answer? Seriously? I think this is what we did also. Oh, here is supposed to be main activity. I mean, this is not the context. Anyway, let us create here our context. Faster, because we'll need it so many times. So if you think that we'll need context so many times, you can create it That's the reason why it was crying here. So when you go here to init, on create, initialize your context. Always make sure that your context is what? Is initialized. Is equal to what? Is equal to this. Yeah, that's enough. And then here, instead of putting, just put the context and it will stop crying. And then we'll go ahead and what? And say the title and set the title. Set what? Title. Set title. Say, are you sure want to delete? Let us give the product name. So it's going to be plus product dot what? Dot title plus question mark, right? I sure want to delete that product. So we'll go ahead and say the what. You can even add an icon, if I still remember, by the set what icon, which is going to be r dot what dot resource. Dot drawable. Dot like that. So let us create a delete icon very fast by simply coming to drawable new new vector and come here and select what? Maybe trash. That will work for now. That will work for now, just for the sake. So I'll call it icon based, but there are so many other that are relevant than this. Okay, so you can set an icon, and then we can set a what? A positive button. The set positive. First of all, it takes the text, say delete, and then the second of all takes what? The click list. The listener new on dialog item. Dialog interface click listener. So here I can call maybe I can call now do delete. We call it delete product. It's going to be my method. I'm just going to create it right now, and then cancel negative click listener. We don't need to listen it to, so let's just create this one by just simply clicking on create method, and then we create it here in the main activity, right, in the activity itself. So here I'm going to put now the what? Deleting. Okay, so to delete, should you first test or should first finish everything? Let us test. Okay, let's test then. Just put here deleting. Okay, let's first test and see everything is okay. Okay, there we go. So I'll click on this product, and then we have our delete. You see the reason why I put the nested scroll view, because we may need to scroll sometime. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click on delete. Oh, we forgot to show the dialog. Dialog. After creating it, here, after creating the builder, you have to do what? To show it. Let's show. Perfect. So run it again. So I click on this one, click on delete, then we have our dialog. We see our icon. Yeah, so actually I want delete. The cancel is not there, but you can also add the cancel there. So if you click on delete, you can see deleting. So let's add the cancel. For it, we will not listen to it. Just duplicate this. Dot add. Set what? Set negative. Set negative button. So we'll just remove this and pass here null. Is it that point? I think it's here, right? And pass what? Null. And here can say maybe cancel. And then here how to correct this, got to delete. Okay, so that's it. So let us do the deleting logic. So the delete logic, it is here. This is the function that we're going to call when deleting. There are now too many. Where is delete? Delete. It is here, right? Delete product. It's just my plain function, where I'm going to put the deleting logic. Let me put on top so that you can see it clearly. Okay. So to put the deleting logic, I'm just going to simply call a repository and do what's going to be like this function of get product, because it's also take an integer. So I'm going to call our repository and put here dot delete product. So you can as well pass the integer. So it's going to be integer dot value of it's going to be product ID, and then I can go ahead and just press alt and enter. It will create it from that space where it's supposed to be, which is inside the repository, and you can see delete product, and we've got here the product ID here, product ID. Okay, so this one, it will take nothing, of course, and then we'll go ahead and do the deletion. First of all, you should not run it in in a front end, so you better run it in back end. And remember, when you want to run something in back end, you have to use this executor, right? Your database writer executor.execute. Okay, let me just write it here. Here you have to delete it in background, so going to be database I know it, it's not suggesting database executor dot execute. It's going to be new runnable, right? Do you add there new? Going to be overwriting run. Am I making live just like this? It's going to be new runnable. Yeah, new capital R, right? Runnable, yeah, like this. So here it is where you delete from. Don't delete from the main thread, you have to delete from background. So here we're going to call the method for deleting. It's going to have to be on an interface. So it's going to be, and you don't expect anything, So if you don't want to to crash, just put try, okay, and catch, okay. So catch exception E, and then you can check here if it was deleted or not. So I can put here some log D and say failed to delete, and then I can maybe pass the reason by putting E dot get message like this. Okay, so here otherwise I'm going to do the deleting, but this is going to be just delete product. Let me just copy and put this something like this. Okay, so if it finishes this, it will run this. Okay, I'm so fast. So successful delete or something, whatever, like that, and then I can maybe pass, okay, maybe like this. Okay, successful deleted, okay, success delete, okay, whatever I call it. Okay, so if it finishes here, it will run this. If that doesn't, it will run this one. So I'm going to create this function on our interface, because it is not there for deleting. So I'll just press alt and enter, it will create it for you. Okay, so here it is the function. It receives nothing, it returns void. Okay, the function, the interface. So I'll simply come here. You can call even this function delete. Okay, and you just say @delete, and then you pass what you're going to delete. But this one, need to delete anything, so you better write your own your own query by simply saying query, and then you pass there your own query by saying delete from, and then product table. This is our constant, and then we put the condition. That's very important. So where, and then you put id is equal to colon, and then you pass control space, and then get this product like this. So it will make sure it deletes this. Okay, so that's it. But you can as well call this, like you can for example, you can say at delete, and then you pass, you receive here the product. You say product model, something like this. It's a bit complex. Delete product like this, but it's not safe anyway. It's not safe, but there's a shortcut how you can delete. The most safest way is by writing your SQL, where you delete whatever you want by specifically, but that also shortcut is also there. So there we go. Everything is okay here, and also everything is okay here. So we're going to go ahead and delete. So if it successfully deletes it, I can just say deleted, and then I'll do what? I'll finish here. Simply clicking on finish, and then return like this. I'll close this activity. So I'll go ahead and do what? And run. So there we go, and we're now going to do what? To delete it. As first, make sure that you open our cart, and then we'll come here and get our tag. It is in the repository. Okay, this is optional, but it helps you to know whether things went well. So I click on that, and then I click on what? On delete. I show on delete. If you cancel, nothing will happen. If you click on delete, then you can see deleted, and the product will disappear. You can see that's deleted. So we click on another one, delete. I show on delete. You can see it was deleted, and everything is beautiful. So everything is okay so far. So I can go ahead and delete this mask. I show on delete. Perfect. Let's go ahead and delete this dress, beautiful dress. Show on delete. It's gone. So that's how we delete. Now let's go ahead and work on what? On editing, without wasting much time. I hope if I'm very fast, you can slow the video and pause the video. If I'm very slow, you can, if I'm very fast, you can slow. If I'm very slow, you can make it faster. If you can't get it, you watch it again until you get it. Okay, so let's work on what? On edit. So I'm not concentrating much on the user interface, just concentrating on the logic. So go ahead and run and edit. So here we go. First close everything. Okay, close others, close everything. Let's go ahead and edit. So I'll simply come to our product activity details, and then I will go to the single product. What is the edit? We already have the delete. Okay, so here where there's delete, I can just simply click here, go like this, and then I go to the delete button. It is here. Okay, edit button. So I'll go ahead and create another edit button like this, between edit, and then I'll come and duplicate this one, make it between edit like this. Okay, then we'll go ahead and set the click listener by simply duplicating this. Okay, so I'll just simply go dot set on click listener new on click listener, and then okay dot the intent. Let me just come and get this guy, productivity. Yeah, I'm going to open the original one, the add product activity. Yeah, so I can do it. I should create another layout. I don't want to create another layout for just editing. I'm going to create the same activity. I'm going to use the add product activity. So here I'm going to do what? To open a new activity. I'm going to open the add product activity. So I just simply create the intent and I put the what? The context, which is I have the context here, I think here. Okay. And then I do what? I pass here. Maybe I can say edit product, and there will be an edit and what? And I'll do the ID of the product. Edit product, it can be product ID, whatever. Okay. So it's going to be product.id. It's just going to be product ID. Okay, and then I start it's going to be product details activity dot start, and then I start the intent. But this was going to be add product add, right? Product add. I mean product it's product add activity. Okay, so here I'm going to open this product add activity, but the only difference here, I'll give it what is a string of product ID, okay, and I'll call it what? Product edit. So I'll just make this one to listen in case there is any edit product. I will know that it is an editing time. So let us do that logic. We can create a separated product, a separate activity for editing, but it is repetition, just kind of. So I'll just click here, product activity, here it is. So I will come here and first get here the things of has extra what and what. These ones, let me create a fresh, maybe because it may confuse you. So here we're in product activity. Okay, so I want to first know, when you're adding a new product, now this activity is going to do two things at once. It's going to add a product, at the same time edit a product. So the first thing you have to identify, like, is it the time to add it or edit? Okay, so I can even create a boolean like is add or is edit. Okay, is edit, and make sure it is what? False at beginning. By default is false. So how will I know that it is edit? So I'll simply come here to on create. After initializing this guy, I'll come here to on create and go ahead and do what? And get create the intent. Okay, so the intent should be intent okay, intent is equal to get intent, like this. I just initialize the intent, and then I'll check if the main this intended has what? Has extra. So let me put here also the product ID that I'm going to edit. Okay, let me make it what? String. That string will not throw errors. So string I'll make it string because I don't want to create errors. Integers will create errors if in case it is not found. So edit product ID. This is going to just edit product ID, and another one is just called to allocate. Okay, let's first get this. Okay, edit product ID. So I'll know that is a product ID that I'll be editing. Okay, so it's going to be dot has what? Dot has extra. Remember, when I'm editing this product, I'm giving it a what? A ID. Okay, so I'll check if it has this extra. I'll go ahead and now get it. Okay, so I'll get and store it here by saying intent dot what dot get string extra and pass to it product ID. Okay, edit product, the one that I passed before. So I'll first check if it is not equal to null. If is not equal to what? To null, then I'll know it is really what? It is time to edit. Okay, yeah, so I'll know that it is time what? To edit. Then I'll come here and say is edit and make it what? Equal to true. Another time it can be not equal to null and but it is empty. All those you can check. Like if it is not equal to null, then you go ahead and check if it's not empty, like this. If it's not empty, then okay, now it's time to do what? Edit. You can first go ahead and get it from what? From the database to check. Once you get it from database, and then you know that it is what? It is now not empty. Okay, so let us go and get it from database. So let us get what? Get from. We can write it here. You can write it anywhere. Let us get it from here. It's going to be a pregnant function. Let us get from get product. You already even have a function like this one from another class. Let us go and get it. Product details, yeah. Product details, we have a function that gets a product from what? From database. So instead of repeating ourselves, we can come to product details. That's how we do in Android. Don't repeat yourself. Get product, you see, it's here. So here, we'll call it here, get product. Okay, so get product, this is it. Okay, so get product, I'll call it at this point. Let me first leave this guy of his edit. I'll set him to be true when I've got this product from what? From database. Okay, so I'll set him true at this point, right here. So it will be, remember when I got this product, when I got this string I kept here in edit product ID. So here, instead of saying product ID, just say product ID, edit product ID. I hope we are together. Then here I'll pass the what? The context. Let me create the context again here because it is now becoming huge. So it's going to be context, and then I'll go in my main activity. On the create activity, make sure you initialize context before you use it. Okay, otherwise you'll suffer. So I'll go ahead and pass here the context like this. Okay, so I'll come here, get this product. So also make sure that you call this function. Okay, make sure that this DB is initialized before you start calling things, otherwise it will crash. Okay, so we are here now. Okay, where are we? We are here, right? We are getting the product from what? From the database. So in case it is null, I say product not found, and you called this for editing, then I'll return, because why did you call it? Yet you're not going to edit, then I'll return. Okay, so if it is not null, then I'll make it what? I'll make it true, and then I can say maybe feed product. So that's because when you're going to edit a certain thing, things should be there already. Okay, things should be existing, at least displayed in what, in the fields. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and create this feed. It's becoming too much, but that's the only way to go. Feed what? Feed text. But I'll make sure that the bind views is called before this guy is called. Otherwise, if you start feeding things before you bind views, then it will do what? It will crash. So immediately after the repository, we bind view. Okay, then we start checking if it is editing or not. This one's supposed to be surrounded by what? By if, like this. Okay, so you see this, the other steps: chronology, first begin, set, initialize the context, initialize the database, then we bind views, then we start checking if it is time to edit or not. So we are on feed what? On feed data. In case we found the product, so yeah, in the database, then we have to start feeding it. So, but we do not initialize this product. Okay, let's make a public product that will be editing. So I'll come here and add this product that I'm going to edit. I'm going to call it edit product. Okay, or edit product, like this. So in everything that is about editing, it is beginning with edit product. Okay, and once we found it from database, we will have to do what? To initialize it here. Okay, after finding it from the database, then we have to do what? To initialize it by saying that product is equal to what? Is equal to this product that was found from the database. Okay, is everything okay? Yeah. Okay, so we start going ahead and feeding. Okay, so we have to set the title. Remember this title already binded. .set text. And then we do what? We set title. And then measure the string. And then go ahead and say the what? The price. That's what? Set price. And then maybe also the what? The price and details. Detail.set details. For image, remember it is a random image, so we'll leave it for now. So that's it. Now another thing where we need we have a concern is when we are clicking on what? On submit. Okay, so in submit we have to check, is it editing or it is adding? Very good. So we'll go here on a function of submit. Here on submit. Okay, submit. So maybe after validating here, you're setting things. Okay, so save product. So where should you do the logic from? Here in save product. Okay, I'll do the logic from save product. Okay, so here maybe it's where we should decide whether to call save product or update product. Okay, but these things will have changed everything. Okay, let us do it from this point. Let's do it from this point. Validate. But won't we need to validate? Okay, let us put these things in what? In save product. These things no. It's now confusing. What should we do? Validate. Okay, let us leave the validation right now. So it should either be validate or update product. Okay, so it will check now. Remember the boolean that I set at first is what? Is edit, and I made this is edit to become true only when we found this product where? In the database. So here it's going to help us. Okay, so I'll check here if is edit. If it's edit, I'll call update product. Okay, else I'll call the validate product. Okay, so let us create the update product function. So update create Okay, it's going to be in the main. Okay, so it's going to be here. Okay, so this update product is going to just go and fetch the title. Eh? The what? Dot save? No, it's going to be update. It's almost the same, but not going to be different here. So first of all, we already have the product that we're going to update here, the edit product. Okay, so just going to change only the important things. Remember, we have this product. This product is already here, the one that you're editing. Here, edit product is here. Okay, so I'll first set the what? The text title is equal to the one in the what? In the field title dot what? Dot get text. Okay, then to string, right? To string. So that's the title, and then I'm going to do what? To get the price is equal to the one. I'll not validate this time, but you have to create that logic in a way that even if when you're updating, you're validating. Dot get what? Get price. Get text. Get text. Okay, dot to string, and here I have to put dot what? Integer dot value, right? Integer dot value. Okay, then we have to get the details, but this integer dot value, we have to be careful with it, because if it is nothing, it will crash. So you have to do the logic to see that it does not crash. So it's going to have here to what? Details, which is going to be product details dot details dot get text. There we go. Get what? Get text dot to string. So lastly, we have to reshuffle again the image. So instead of repeating this code, why don't we create this image public? Let us create a function that will be making for us this string of what? Of images. Let us create this function. I'm going just to cut this because not every time we need to repeat it 2 times. So let me create this function. Say feed images, or create images. Okay, you get the point. So I'm going to create this function here, and I'm going to post all the other code because the image is what? Is public. So it will be creating the images and shuffle them for us. So for us, we just need to call it, and then everything is okay. So here now in update, I'm going to call it here, right? Create images. So it will create for us the images and shuffle them, and then I will do what? I'll also create a new image here. Image is equal to images dot what? Dot get maybe image in position, maybe 3, like this. Straightforward, right? Then now it's time to update in what? In a database. So it's going to be repository dot what? Instead of saying dot get, let me just go ahead and change it to what? Dot update. Say dot update. Okay, so it's going to be I'll go ahead to my, it's going to be, it is just like delete function. Okay, so I'll duplicate this delete one because I want to repeat ourselves. So it's going to be update product instead. Update product is also receive what? An integer. So instead of delete, I'll just change it to what? To update. So I'll just press alt and do what? And start, and then say update. Okay, so here you just override update like this. Update. Okay, and just update, and then here you just expect an object that you want to update. Okay, because you have to update a what? An object. So here I'm going to say I'm going to update a what? Product model. product model. Okay, so I guess product. Okay, so I'm going to update a product. So here just say update, and then even deleting is just the same. Why is it not doing like this? Update product like this. Let me see. Is it update? Yeah, that's how it is done. Let me see what is why it's crying. I already have a project like this. Let me see in my other project. The interface, do I have any update here? At update, oh yeah, you don't need to pass, just say update, even delete, so it will know if it is, as long as it's an ID, it will know the specific folder to do what, to update. Otherwise, if you write your own SQL for updating, it's going to be huge. Update this, so you better say yeah, you need it. Here I did not put it. Yeah, I think even without it will do it, it will work. Just that update and then pass what you want to update, and the room it will do. You see how it looks? Make things so simple. So it will know which table you're updating. So here, instead of expecting this, I should do expect product, right? A product model. You understand? So here, a successful what? Update failed to update. So I'll come here in our product edit and just check this one, update. Then we'll have to pass edit product, but make sure that the ID is the one that is having, since this product came from originally came from the database, and remember it has also the ID, so we just changed the interesting parts and we do not touch the ID, so the ID is okay. So here I can say, I can make some toast, and say updated. Okay, then I can click on what, on finish, and return, just to go back, because it has finished updating. But you can do your own logic if you don't want to return, if you don't want to do some other things. So that's how it is. I hope everything is okay. I hope it's not going to crash. If it crashes, then we'll face it. Let us run and we see. So there we go. I'll go ahead and click edit this butterfly. So I'm going to change this butterfly, click on edit. So it did not feed. So it did not feed it. Yeah, something is still wrong. Let us see. Why did not wrong? Yeah, this saved. Yeah, of course, I did not perform it. Okay, let us debug and see why it's not editing. Okay, so we'll go back to let us first make sure that we are receiving this. We are receiving the what? The ID. So bind here. So product. Oh, you see the problem? No, this is, you see? You see the problem? Here we passed here on product details. So product details. We passed. Where is the edit? We passed put string. Okay, wait. Where is the edit? You see? We passed what? Edit product. Okay, and here we are checking for what? Product ID. So that was a contradiction. Let's run it again. We passed the other side edit product, but here we are checking for product ID. Just got locate. Try this. Edit. Perfect. You see, everything has been fed. so it is 200 and everything that. So if we click on this and click on edit, everything is fade. Let's make this one 3400. So this one should also change to update. I can also do that. Let us submit. Let me do that very fast. Where submit? Submit. Okay, so we are setting the text, set text. So the set text of submit, it should be what? Set text, it should be what? Update instead. Update product. You can even go ahead and put its name, but it's a button, you don't need to. That was not necessary, but just to confirm that you're really updating and to tell the user what they are doing at that particular moment. So let's go ahead and click on add product, and oh no we are okay. Yeah, let's edit this butterfly, edit, and then you see it changes to update. So make 6500 and click on what? On update. See, updated, and the image has done what? Has changed. So if you come here to the low cut, you can see successful update. So if you go back, if even the price has changed, let's go back and change this guy, edit, maybe 2200, update 2200, and the image has changed, and you go back, it updates automatically. That is room for you. So do you still have time? Do you still have time? So that's it. Right now we can go ahead and click on this and then edit. So you click on update and you'll see everything will be updated. Did it update? The image did not change. Okay, so the image changed, so it can confirm to us that has did what? It has done updating. Actually, yeah, if you don't change anything, room will not update, but the image changes. Yeah, in case you don't change the image, it will not show the update, it will just remain. It changes only what was updated only. So it is very smart. So you can try the what? The search. I don't want to spoon feed you everything, so try the search by yourself, and that will be the local database for us. Very, very powerful. You can come on internet and search about room database and read more about it. But those are the most basic what? Basic requirements for the what? For the room database. So let's meet in the next class, and I hope you'll be part of it.